guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm building a playground, a park, whatever you want to call it. This video is sped up a little bit more than my usual videos because it is a little bit longer normally, but I didn't want it to be too long. So sorry if the camera is moving around a lot. And also apologies if you can hear my dog chewing. She is in the room with me. She's just chewing a toy and I'm not going to disturb her because she's having a fun time. So yeah, I wanted to build a playground because with Growing Together coming out, I thought this was the perfect opportunity for it. I might go back and edit it once Growing Together comes out, depending on what sort of build items are going to be, because I'm not sure what there's going to be yet. I know we saw little bits of like a water park, and I'm hoping we get something like a slide, because I know I've made a functional slide video. I'll link it in the eye if I remember. But it's like really awkward to do because there's no actual slides other than the toddler slide, and it'd be nice for kids to have a slide or even a roundabout. I've made a roundabout in this. It's not functional whatsoever, and I also made I don't know what they're called. You sit on them and they're on a spring and you can rock back and forwards. I have no idea. I made something that looks like that. Your sim can sit on it, but that's all they can do. And I made a fake seesaw as well. Again, your sim can sit on one side of it, the side that's close to the ground, but the other side's not usable at all. I tried to add a few things into this place that were actually functional for the Sims, because otherwise it's going to be a park that doesn't have anything to do. So I placed like a basketball court in here and a few other items which I can't remember. I thought at first I really wanted to go for like the more wood natural look, and I ended up changing it up and going really bright and colourful. I just thought it looked way too boring. I do quite like the look of this in some places, but I was like, I need some bright. But I'm really excited for Growing Together. I just don't know what to expect build wise, because you can see what sort of gameplay we've got, because we've got a few trailers that are to do with gameplay, but I don't technically play the game, so I'm really interested to see what I'm going to be able to do in build mode. Like I said, I really wish that includes stuff for kids. It sort of makes sense. If it's Growing Together, you're going to have stuff to do with different life stages if you could have more activities for kids. But I didn't see anything other than the tree houses, and to me the tree houses look like it's a thing. Do you know, like the rocket ship where you have to build it that way? It's not going to be like just an item, because there was a slide on the tree house, but I would really like to have just a slide and just a roundabout or a merry-go-round, depending on what you call them. So I'd really love to see something like that. What would you guys want to see? I also may do a giveaway on this. I say may, I will do a giveaway on this, because I feel like it's a pack that a lot of people are going to want, and I know not everyone's going to be able to get it. I am only going to be able to give away one pack. I'm not made of money, it all comes out of my own bank account, and I do only work in retail. Well, if you could like and subscribe and try watch this video to the end. I know some people don't like listening to me talk. If you don't like listening to me talk, put some music on and just have the video playing in the background, because I am so close to being a YouTube partner. I just need to reach the watch hours, and sadly shorts don't count when it comes to watch hours, because if the shorts counted I would have been able to reach it, but it has to be my long form content where you have to reach 4,000 hours of watch time within a year period. And I mean, I've only been going for about 7 or 8 months. I think, did I start in June or July or something like that? And I've done pretty well. Like I said, I'm so close to being able to apply for partner. And I was also invited recently to be part of the Shorts Creator thing. It's not the creator program because you get paid for that, but I got selected apart with some other people, and we get to attend meetings and events and get gifts and stuff from YouTube, which is really, really cool that I was selected for that. And that's thanks to you guys watching my shorts, so thank you so much for that. And that's why I sort of want to do a Growing Together giveaway, because I've got so much out of this. Like I said, I don't get paid for it, but I really enjoy what I do, and I would like to be paid for this one day and go full time doing this, because I love this sort of thing so much. I don't know if you know, but I do have another channel. I don't post on there anymore, but I started posting on there a very long time ago. I'm not going to say how long ago because it will show how old I am. And I sort of gave up on the channel because it just wasn't growing anymore, but I took loads of long time out. So yeah, I had like long periods of time where I stopped uploading, and I'm pretty sure that can affect the algorithm, and then you don't get pushed when you start posting again. But I did it was like makeup at first, and I went into fashion and lifestyle, that sort of thing. So I've always really wanted to do YouTube, and then I was like, well, I play The Sims, I love it, I love editing. I have a degree in audiovisual production, which is basically video editing. So this would be like the dream job for me. So I am hoping I get to partner, and I know I'm not going to be able to just quit my job because I don't think it's going to bring in that money at first, but hopefully I can work towards that, and that'd be absolutely amazing. Here's my first version of the little roundabout. I do change it up to make it brighter coloured later on, and I make it slightly bigger at the base, so the base is bigger but the bits where you hold on to stay that size. Because I don't know, I don't like the fact that you can see the bottoms of the poles, so I was like, if I make the table a little bit bigger, it might work. I don't know what basketball courts look like. I don't know if this is where the nets are supposed to sit. It's been a long time since I played basketball. That was when I was in like high school, so a long time ago. So if this is wrong, I do apologise. But I will upload this to the gallery, and you can change it if I've done it wrong at all. But I've made it in a little caged area, so if the ball bounces away, it's easy to get because it's not gone over the, hopefully it hasn't gone over the top. It's The Sims anyway, so. But I like to add a little bit of realism to my game. I say that and don't even play it. But yeah, I've got the little toddler thing you can see there in the back. That is from the toddler stuff pack if you don't have it. And it's just a little playground area just for toddlers. So I thought you've got the more adults version here, and then, I say adults version, the kids version, and then a toddlers version, which I put at the back. And I do the floor different. I don't know if this is the same in other countries, but at a lot of parks here in the UK, the ground is like wood chips. Or it was when I was younger. I don't know if it still is, because I've seen ones where it's like more like rubbery sort of floor. So for the children's side, I did the wood chips, and then I did the rubber floor for the toddler area. And I added 2 swing sets. You can see just there. Here's me improving the little roundabout. I'm using archways. Like I said, this is not functional at all, but I wanted to add something else to the park other than just the big climbing frame, which again, it's not really going to do much for your children because there's no activities on it. I know that, that's why I added other things around the park, like the swing set and the monkey bars. Is so brown and beige. I need to change this and add some colour, especially because if you've seen my other builds, you know I love adding some colour. I would love to do pastel colours for this, but there isn't really many pastel colours when it comes to like the roofing and the floors and the columns, and that's the main portion of a climbing frame. So I just ended up going for really bold colours, and I looked up a few climbing frames, and a lot of them had the same colours of the yellow, the blue and the red, so I went for that. I also did this, I made hopscotch. I do it here and then I move it later on to near the toddler bit where the rubber floor is, because I was like, how would you draw hopscotch on grass? You wouldn't be able to. Unless it's just a permanent thing, but I was like trying to like, you know when you're younger and you draw hopscotch out? Is it called hopscotch everywhere? Because here in the UK it's called hopscotch. Obviously we can't put the numbers in it because numbers don't exist in The Sims, so I've just left it blank. But yeah, I popped it over here. I also do some chalk art on here, which is actually from high school years. It is in the debug menu. You'll see that later on. But I had good fun making this. I think this is where I decided I need to add some colour on it. At first I was like, oh, I'll lighten the wood up. And I was like, no, I need some colour. So here I am. I'm making all of the railings this yellow colour. This is from the werewolf pack. I thought this worked really well because if you look at a lot of climbing frames, they are metal and plastic. Like the flooring is always that metal and a lot of it's plastic. Like I said, there is the wood versions like you're seeing here, but it's one or the other. So, and then I think I go for red columns, and do I go for blue floor? I didn't want to add too much blue, but then I didn't want to just keep the red and yellow because I felt like it looked like McDonald's. And I was like, I don't want a McDonald's play park. I mean, that would be cool. I mean, that sounds like my childhood. Going to McDonald's and they used to have them indoor play areas. Why don't they do them anymore? That I swear down, they closed all of those down, especially here in the UK. Really, really sad. They were cool. It was at this point that I realised I didn't add any stairs or ladders to the second story. You can see up here. So I was like, I need to add some ladders in there. And yeah, this would be really dangerous in real life because that is really tall when you think about it. That would be classed as like the second story if I was doing a house, and it's raised up off the ground as well. But you know, it's Sims, so it's fine. But I am changing all the columns now. I'm trying out a few different things. These looked a bit too industrial, the ones from the werewolf pack that match the railings. So I ended up going from these ones. I think they're from Get Together. Yeah, they're from Get Together. Because they were a nice red one that was quite basic. And then I don't know if this is functional. I popped a toddler slide here to make it look like it was coming from the thing. Like I said, don't know if it's functional at all. It's most probably not, but it's just for looks. It's okay. I was like, do I add stuff from the backyard stuff pack to make it a bit more fun? And I was like, it doesn't make sense. I want it to be a little bit realistic to an actual park. I also changed the benches to colourful benches, and I used the toddler stuff pack. The toddler stuff pack's great for some really brightly coloured items. And I didn't clutter anything up. I was thinking, oh, do I put like the little paper plates on the tables? But I was like, no, I'm going to keep it really clean and say like it's a brand new pack that's just opened, and you can add things if you want. Also, you can't put columns underneath these shorter, like since I've raised these off the floor. So these columns that you see are actually from the debug menu, and you just have to alt place them under there. And this is not usable whatsoever. This is from Cats and Dogs, and same with this little tube thing here. Not usable for kids, but I was like, it just adds a little extra something, and it looks cute, so that's what we're doing there. Not usable unless you bring your dog with you. Your dog can then play at the park. I don't think the one that is I've put on an angle will work, but the one on the floor will work. I added toilets at the back and some barbecues because I'm pretty sure you need certain things to have a park. I do it at the end. I double check that I've got everything that I need in the park to be able to set at the park. If you don't know how to change what a lot is, if you go to the top left where you see the little house with an eye in it, you can click that and you can change the venue or lot type. So I've changed this to a park. And here I'm just doing the seesaw. I used the same thing I used for the hopscotch, the straight, and I just used tool mod to rotate it. Then used slabs from, I can't remember what it's called. They're called like slabo concrete or something like that to make it look like seats. And then I ended up putting the one on the right hand side in the basement and raising it up through the floor, and then putting a seat inside from it down so your sim can technically sit. I decided to add some dividers around the place. So ones on the right hand side here I ended up moving, but I wanted to add some in because I think it just adds some interest. These ones from Dine Out are great, especially the one with the circle in it, because I just feel like that's something you would see at a natural play park. So a kid can climb up and go through, like it's like a little climbing wall. So I was like, that's pretty cool, I'm gonna go with that. And the colours are great as well. There's some really bright colours in there, which I really, really love. But yeah, I go ahead and delete these ones. These ones are ugly. So it's time to have a little bit of a walk around. Oh god. Ignore my sim, she's burnt to a crisp. It was really rainy and lightning when I arrived here. I had to change the weather using the MC command center. So you can see I changed the tables up to be bright colours. You can see here there's a child sat down. You can see underneath the little sneaky pillows there. I know the legs go through it, but it's fine. And same with these little llama things. I think now hopefully you know what I mean. Change this roof to this thing just to add a little bit of different things to it. You can see I've got the monkey bars over there. This kid running up here. I did go ahead and try and make this functional because I do have a little tip on how to make this functional, but it doesn't work because I've got loads of other items around it. So that's technically not functional. So yeah, your Sims can't really do much on here. They can just climb around. You could maybe add some things if you wanted. Apologies, this is so slow. Let's just zoomy. So down this side we have a swing set, the fake merry-go-round or roundabout. We have the basketball court, the toilets, the toddler play area. Here we have the hopscotch. I have no idea what's happened here. lightning strike, I'm guessing. And this is the little shark thing I was talking about. But yeah, that's it for this build. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!